Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, welcome back to Elden Ring. Here I am. We're still on Sunday. This is my second recording. So I am back. I've had some nice dinner. What did I have? I had some paninis with, toasted paninis with some nice creamy buffalo mozzarella. On top, a bit of olive oil, some pesto cremoso, which is pesto but sort of finely ground into sort of a creamy paste. So that was spread on top of the mozzarella, and then some tomatoes on top of that, and it was quite delicious. Very Italian, but also very delicious. And, you know, it might sound a little bit unhealthy, but ultimately, you know, I'm all for like having a balanced diet. I think that's the best approach. Otherwise, you know, if you try to just eat, you know, healthily all the time or really low calorie food, you're going to end up craving and you're going to end up slipping up. So balance is and I had an apple for dessert, so there you go. It's all about balance. So right, so we're back. I did miss a couple of items in the castle. I am aware of this. Upon my critique of my previous episode. But I thought, yeah, we just done Godric. I thought we'd just take a look at the Drake here that had its head torn off and reanimated when it was grafted to Godric. There, lovely. Truest of dragons. Right. So, before we continue and get those items that I missed back there.
Excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. Pushing me about like that. And after all that grafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would ya? Godric, you filthy slug. Feel it. Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath.
My bloody wrath. Well, Gostock. How the high and mighty fall, hey? Well, it's very easy now that I've done all the heavy lifting, isn't it? Shall I just slice you in half so you can join him?
Oh, hello there. This weasel was... Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
Certainly did. Yes, so we recognise that little snickering that he does now. He was the one that trapped us in the room with the knight earlier. So I could cleave him in two, or I could let him live and he joins somebody else's conclusion for their quest line later and sells a rare item too. So we'll let him live. Oh, I've only just noticed he's missing a hand. Ah, so there you go. I think that's more evidence that he did try to graft, but he couldn't do it. There, he tried to do some grafting of his own. Naughty little boy. Anyway. So yeah, Godric, first demigod, he was a descendant, I believe. And this is just... I don't know if this is factual, but I believe he was a descendant of Marika and Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Like, a few times removed. So, not the purest of lords. By no means an Empyrean. Anyway, while we're here, let's go get the items that I said that I would get. Firstly, up here where there was the birdie and the knight dude, there was an item tucked around the corner. So we'll go get that. Secondly, in the room with Nefeli Lu, warrior, there was also an item tucked away at the back. And then finally, the most glaringly obvious, the items at the front of Stormvale Castle by the fucking Oops, by the gate that you open. Yeah, the 3 items there. So I apologise if anyone was seething with anger as they were watching me overlook that. I think at the time I was rambling, like I am now, but I was rambling. I opened the gate and then I was talking about something and then I got distracted and I was like, okay, yeah, let's teleport back to the Rampart Tower now. Yes, little did I know that I looked like a fool. Well, I know most of the time I look like a fool, so I'm kind of used to it. Comes with the territory. I'm just going to be bad and just ignore these. The troll's going to cause us some issues, but I don't care too much. We're just going to run for it. So, Nefeli is gone. She is now in the Round Table Hold. And she's there with her father. Not quite her paternal father, but her foster father. There's the raw attack. Got the birds though. That's cool. Do you know what? I might just run in here and despawn everything. Okay. Yes, with her dear papa and my dearest mama. I don't know if anyone knows the reference there. If you're from the UK, you probably will. Yes, King Charles III. He's now on the throne here after good old Queenie croaked it in the summer, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just going to be very bad. I'm going to run. I know I could have teleported to the gate itself, but I'm just going to run through. I'm going to risk it. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. All good. So yes, and then now on top of that, all the what's it called? All the controversy with Prince Harry now. I'll be honest, I am almost entirely sick of hearing about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. But bitches love it, don't it? The newspapers love it. Everyone likes the gossip and the celebrity and all that shit. I can't stand it. But you can't help but wonder what might happen now that Prince Harry's brought out his book. So as soon as we go through here, the arrows will come raining down. So usually what I would advise is you'd kill all the blisters up there, which is what we should have done first time round, and then come and get the items while it's safe. I'm going to be a bit frisky. I'm going to bait some shots. Hang on. No, the first one is safe. Hang on. Thank you. But we're going to bait some shots and just do some serpentining. Grab that. And that's it. So not stupendous items by any means, but we still want to get everything that we can. When I say get everything that we can, anything out in the overworld, like the general overworld that we missed, that isn't like a crucial item, I don't care as much about. Like I remember I missed something in the Mistwood here by the demi-humans. I don't care so much about that. It's more if we are within a dungeon or a specific enclosed area that I want to get all of the goodies, because I want to make sure that I explore every single corner, every nook and cranny. So that's why I went back for those. Now let me see. We want to go and talk to Nefeli. Okay. Yeah, so there's a couple of things to do now. There's Nefeli, who will go and find. The door back there is now open, so a few things to do while we're here. Let's go see. You'll see Dickhead is locked off in his study, probably rubbing one out in there to his books. But anyway.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the Round Table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You were the one to defeat him, I would hazard. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Corpses. The first time I played, I thought you had to summon her because she kind of says, she kind of asks you to help out with Godric, but you don't have to summon her to get this reward. Also, this is a missable talisman here, so I would recommend coming here as soon as you defeat Godric to talk to Novelli, because she will be on her merry way eventually.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
Oh yes, it's been riveting.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
There we go, so we've exhausted her dialogue. She's going to move on to her next area, and we will see her in the next part of the world as well. So we won't go in the back room just yet. The other thing I want to do is just go over here, and ta-da! Here is Roger, who is looking a bit worse for wear. As we know, we saw him, that bloodstain, we saw him getting infected with the death blight, and now if you see beneath his little robe here, you'll see some thorns sticking out, so he's been well and truly gotten. Curiosity killed the sorcerer, as they say.
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
Oh, there's quite a bit. So we already got the skill that we wanted. Let's just start with the obvious.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Thank you. It's a rapier there. It's +8, so it's not terrible, if that's your thing.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
Well, you are a mage. You could kind of go in a wheelchair, I guess, and shoot off some glintstones. So this is the special dialogue here that we unlocked by seeing the eldritch horror beneath Stormvale Castle. We'll get to that after we talk about the D-bag.
Ah, so you've met Dee. Dee is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends.
It's true. Friends for a reason, friends for a season, as they say.
Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
You know what I've noticed with this voice actor? He on a couple of occasions he's blown the mic when he says P, like puh. So yeah, if I was the whoever was in charge of that particular session, I'd be like, can we redo that, please? Anyway, about the corpse under Stormvale Castle.
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale.
Oh, I saw
That
it.
is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, And if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way.
And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the
I
utmost
saw.
caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
Well, I did poke around it in its orifices, but yeah, it seemed fine. So, just by seeing that corpse beneath Stormvale Castle, look at all of this juicy lore that we just got. So he's told us about the reason of why the Elden Ring was shattered, and why there was a war, and that the world is in trouble. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, look at the place, but you know what I mean. Right. Very good. So let me talk to D. I think D-Bag has something to say about our friend over there.
Hello. You've been busy. I thank you. So what can I do for you?
About Roger, please.
Are you acquainted with a man named Roger? You know, the piteous fellow hiding away on the balcony. He was a formidable spellblade in times past. Don't
With a
let
+8
his
rapier?
easy air deceive you. He was wise beyond his years, stout of heart and clear of mind. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, muttering and rambling.
Blowing the
Like
mic.
he's half dead already. I can't stomach to watch. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those who live in death. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside. Breaks them.
Well, don't call me a friend if that's how you treat your friends. Yikes. Anyway. So basically Roger is trying to understand more about the Deathblight and the enigma that is death, that is infecting the world, and he's trying to understand those who live in death, whereas D just wants to kill all of them. D wants to kill all the people that are viewed to be unholy or blasphemous to the Golden Order because they live in death. So when I say live in death, their soul, they no longer have a soul, but they are still... their bodies still exist. They're still able to survive without a soul. Excuse me, I'm a little phlegmy. There we go. Right. Yes, I believe I'll just talk to Roger once more because we can now talk to Fear a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, let me talk to Fear, because Fear is a deathbed companion, and she might be interested in what Roger has been spouting about death over there. Hello, my dear.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
Yes, but this time I won't be tricked, and I will get rid of the your blessing as soon as I'm done hugging you.
Now, come closer.
Also, can we close the door, please?
You are so very warm.
Hey, thank you. Do you know?
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke.
Not sure how I feel now. If Roger has been here with you, and now I'm here with you, I don't want to cross wires, you know?
In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Roger so.
Ooh, a little map there.
but it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the Round Table hold. Perhaps you could make use of it?
So, considering Fia here doesn't know much about what Roger has been talking about, she seems pretty clued up to me and prepared, even with a little map telling me where to get a black knife print. So, let's have a look. A simple map given by Fia, a clue to the whereabouts of a black knife print. So this is in the next area that we're going to be going to. It's a very big area, so we won't be going to there straight away, but we'll make our way there. It's as you can see, it's quite clear on the map, like the landmarks where it's going to be positioned, and I'll show you anyway. So that's Solaire there. Right. Let me just think. Ah, yes, now. The big surprise. We have to go into the inner chamber of the hold. And also receive some nightmares, so be prepared, please. Don't know what I'm looking at right now. Here it is, the two fingers. So, these are the two fingers assigned to the Tarnished. The conduit between the Golden Order and the Tarnished. Now, can we... Yeah, so we can touch the two fingers. Not entirely sure. I might want to go wash my hands after that, but we can get a gesture. So yes, hello. What beautiful hair you have, actually. And here is the Finger Maiden here that we can talk to.
Are you that new Tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya, the Finger Reader.
Oh, I love Enya.
I
Great music.
The words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble.
Don't go near me.
Welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Oh, Lord.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the Tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave Tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Oh, the greater will. That is the ultimate god of this land. And the two fingers, like I said, are the conduit between which the greater will imparts their knowledge and desires onto us lesser beings. Okay. And I now have a shard of the Elden Ring because I defeated Godric the Grafted.
Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the greater of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
Remember me. That's from, is it Coco? The Disney film, I think. Anyway, that's what it reminded me of. So, about Great Runes, please.
Great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
So, there we go. So, all of the demigods were warring because they wanted to, one of them wanted to become Elden Lord, the next Elden Lord, to rule over the lands. Also, it briefly mentioned that the Greater Will wants us to get at least 2 great runes. So we have to slay at least one more demigod in order to be worthy of ascending to the rank of Elden Lord. Now, here is our boss soul, our remembrance. We can use it to craft one of 2 items. So we can do Godric's Axe or the Grafted Dragon, which is a very weird fist weapon. I'll be honest, I'm not really interested in any excuse me, of the boss weapons in this game particularly. A couple of the remembrances do give you a unique talismans or consumable items even, so we'll be looking out for those ones particularly. You can also get some fairly cool sorceries, so for any mages out there.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Love. Right. So there we are. We just got blasted with a load of knowledge from some disembodied giant fingers. Let's see if Corhin has anything else to say.
You appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
No, there's nothing else. You can give a prayer book, but I am not going to be giving prayer books to Corhin. I want to give them to the Turtle Bishop that will be in the next area of the Lands Between.
May the Golden Order shine through you.
So in addition, I won't be giving any scrolls that I have found to Selen either, because I want to give those, again, to the Turtle Bishop. That's because I want all my, any spells that I find to be in one place, with one vendor, if you will. So, that's what we shall be doing. Now, look who's decided, look who's finished with their wank over here. Now, dear old Papa is willing to talk to us. We are worthy. So let's see what he has to say.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir, as a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. I am accumulating knowledge, to be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant.
Well, I want to be Elden Lord, you want to be Elden Lord. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Ooh, you know it, buddy. We're going to be getting all of the great runes. So, let's just go through these. I'll try not to interrupt. We'll just get through them.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already.
How come I had to get a great rune to be let into your little club, but I'm the only Tarnished for the great rune at the moment, so... favoritism.
General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
You know exactly where he is, Ofnir. Praetor Rykard.
Praetor Rykard is the Lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
There we go. Morgoth.
Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Leyndell, the capital city. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there, until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
So, again, that is the situation whereby we need at least 2 great runes to gain access to the foot of the Erd Tree.
The Academy of Rhea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy, but Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the Amber Egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
Very interesting. But yes, Liurnia, that's the name of the next place we're going to. Rai Lucaria is the palace, which is contained within Liurnia. And then finally, the final great rune here from Nefeli.
I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
There we go. So, you made her your daughter for your own gain. Lovely man. So there's Nefeli. Got quite a few souls here. Oh, do you know what I said I'd do? And I didn't. Because it happens every single time I play this bloody game. The Boulder Chin's blessing. Please, please go. I look like when Havel uses his special ability at Dark Souls 3. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. I wanted to just equip one more useful item here. I will equip some... Where is it? Oh, I don't have any. But I believe I can craft it. 1 second. Yes, I want to craft some soap. Because when we come across swamps in the future, we... I can only make 24. How many do I need for this? Do I need... Oh, I think I need 2 per per bar of soap. Okay. So give me... just 10 is fine for now. Yeah, I want some soap, because when I come across swamps in future, and I get any poison or rot build-up, I want to be able to wash myself to clear it. So I want that readily accessible there. Now, I'm just thinking if I want to spend the rest of my souls here. A few golden runes. Do you know what? Let me... yeah, let me go use those. And just go sell them to Hugh. Because I know it seems a little bit like a waste, but I hate having sort of the knowledge hanging over me that I still have stuff to buy. I'd rather just get it out of the way.
Those of a challenger
Oops, sorry.
felled his mark. Find them well. Now lay out your arms.
Sorry, I skipped that a little bit. He's just saying well done for defeating Godric. Get rid of those. Can I do anything, actually? Oh, I can. This is worth doing now. Okay. So we have a +7 greatsword. Very nice, very nice. Yep. Ash of War. Yeah, we don't... it's really... No. That's fine. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'll just go see what the situation is. I think we just have rune arcs to buy. From, what's her face? From the Shrine Maiden. Yeah, we got the Stone Sword keys. I do want this eventually, but that's not too much of a problem right now. 5. So that will cost me 20,000 runes. I am sorry, it's not advisable. It's not even necessary per se. Because I'm not really going to be using rune arcs very much, but I just want my conscience to be clear as I move on into the next area. Also, am I happy with my current talismans? Because I'm not beyond yeeting the Claw Talisman in favour of the one I just got. This is Havel's Ring. This is the Arsenal Charm. There are several versions. The best one you get from defeating the Great Warrior Jar in front of the Colosseum in Caelid, which is beyond our means at the moment. However, let me just see what the boon is here. So it gives you an extra 10 points. 10.9 points into equip load. That's actually quite insane, you know. That's not bad at all. I'm just thinking, do we need it right now? Do we need it? I mean, when I buy that armor from the Shrine Maidens, we will need it, I think. So let me just see. Yeah, I don't necessarily need my torch equipped. But it would be nice also, because there are some flowers in the next area. Let me see. Medium load. Do you know what? The Claw Talisman isn't that fundamental for us, and we just leveled up our weapon. And I'd like to, you know, I want access to my torch as and when I need to do some fire damage, so I will keep that there. Is there anything else I wanted to do? No, I don't think so. Okay. So, let us head back. Oh, yes, I remember now. I remember. We need to actually, now that we have Godric's Great Room, we need to activate it. Now, you remember we got to the entrance of this, the Great Limgrave Bridge here. Now we can come back because we can now access the tower at the end of the bridge in order to activate the Great Rune. So we'll go and do that now, I think. Get out of the way. Is it nighttime again? It's always nighttime. It's the same when I play Skyrim and stuff. I like to have it as daytime so I can see better. So here, a bit of an issue. There are 3 golems. One of them is an archer. So we're just going to try and deal with this one as quickly as possible before the others become an issue for us. So, no, please do a crit. Please do a crit. No. His chest was in the floor, so I couldn't do a crit. Right, I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. I believe they can hit each other. So that is something to consider as well. Yep, there we go. Let's see if we can actually hit him this time. Right. Yeah, so the archer at the back is now firing at us. Oh, no, you're blocking me. Thank you. There we go. So that arrow actually did a load of stagger damage, which was good timing. Lovely. Oh. Thankfully they don't hurt too much. Now, just watch out for this. You can't use torrent, unfortunately. Oh. Never mind. The reason I'm hesitating, because I think there's an item. Oh, it's down here. Right, just use this pillar a second. Yeah, there should be an item down here. There we go. Oh, warming stone, that's nice. You can craft those eventually. I'm not sure if I have the recipe yet, but I think you need a sanctuary stone and then something else to craft them. Oh, shockwave got me. Oh well. Now this guy's much weaker. I won't even need a crit for you, buddy. There we go. Now, before you go in the sending gate, which you need to get across the bridge, I don't know why they've blacked out the Erd tree there. It's a bit weird. Before you get in that sending gate, we can firstly go down here to get some goodies. This I missed in my first playthrough, much to my delight. So we got this, which is a golden rune. Oh, soft cotton, right? But the more important one is this. So the Ash of War scarab. So I believe we got a different scarab headpiece earlier, which may have been for incantations, I think. But this one is to boost the efficacy of your Ashes of War. So, or maybe you just want to wear it because it looks a bit cool. Right, jump back up, and let's go, go, go. I'll be honest, I was a bit disappointed when I first got to the bridge because I thought there'd be a cooler way to traverse it, but no, it literally just sends you straight through to the other side here. There's the Great Tower. Now, there's a couple of items tucked away, and there's also some more hawks, some more birdies. Although these ones don't have knives on them. So they're a bit less of a threat to us. Okay. Alright. Let's see, okay. Oh! That was a good lunge. Are you going to do the same? Oh. There we go. Yeah, so no, there's one. There's an item. And then there are a couple more items. There's one, and there's one down here on the right, I believe. Also, potentially some more hawks. No, we're good. I love how the hawks are bigger than the eagles in this game. The bald eagles. There we go. Right. So, let's go up into Limgrave Tower. Divine Tower. Was that Breath of the Wild, actually? Are they called Divine Towers in Breath of the Wild? They might be. I forget what these are referred to specifically in this game. Bit of a view there. So if you see above my head, that is the final Colosseum right there. And then you can kind of get a glimpse of Lanedale. Just up there. So, very cool. Mountain of the Giants. So, let's go up here. I'd say it probably looks a bit more spectacular than it actually is, but it's still a cool feeling when you first come, because there are a few in the game. Oh, they are Divine Towers, there you go. What were they called in Breath of the Wild? I forgot now. I forgot. So, I know it's tempting. I'm just going to look, just because I haven't played the game in ages. It's always tempting to look behind this brazier for an item. I believe in every single tower there is not an item behind that, so I wouldn't worry your pretty little heads about searching that every time. I wonder what these streaks of diarrhea are. Interesting. So up we go. Very beautiful. Like, it's a bit boring, but it's very beautiful. Sorry, I don't mean to take the grandeur out of the moment here. It's just when when you've done it a few times that you kind of it loses some of the je ne sais quoi. Right. So get that in case we ever need to come back. We should not need to come back here ever, but there you go. Right, there's the Bestial Sanctum, and there is a lone tower in the middle of the ocean. I wonder whose divine tower that is. So, this is Godric's divine tower, because this is where Godric would receive his wisdom from the greater will. These were Godric's two fingers here. You see? Now, for some reason, these two fingers, I don't think they're necessarily dead. It's just I guess the divine will had no more use for these particular fingers, and they kind of just abandoned the corpse. But we can activate the Great Rune here. Here we go. Now, I will equip it. I think you have to be at a grace site for this one. Yeah. I will equip it, and it is a decent Great Rune. It's a decent one. However, the reason I'm not going to be using it is because I don't like to rely on having a buff to my stats, and then on the occasion that I do die, I then have to use another rune arc to get back up to a certain threshold to be able to use the weapons that I want to use, to be able to wear the armor that I want to wear. I'd rather just go off my raw stats. I know it's a bit silly, but that's the way I like to do it. So there we go. We can equip it at least. So it's a bit confusing, especially for when I played the game for the first time. It says it raises all attributes. and you think, oh, that's good. However, it does tell you at some point, but it misses out a little detail saying that you need to use a rune arc, which is that thing down there where I have 6 of them on the right. You need to use a rune arc in order to acquire the benefits of the particular great rune that you have equipped at the time. So, bear that in mind. With that said, let us crack on here. I don't believe I'm missing anything. I think we've literally done everything that we can now do in Limgrave up until this point. And if I've missed something, I apologise, but do let me know in the comments below. Is Patches still there? Patches said he wasn't... I'm sure he said he was moving on from that cave. Unless if I go there again, he won't be there, possibly. So I'm just thinking, did I get all the... yeah, I got all the nighttime bosses. I got the Deathbirds. I got the nighttime cavalry. Yes. There is a mausoleum there, but I'm not going to be duplicating Godric's remembrance because I have no desire for it. Thank you. So, into the next area we go. There. Now you'll see there's a non-aggression pact little symbol there. So I can't do any attacking here. And when the game first came out, it was extremely confusing. Because there is a there is a quest tied to this area now that the game has been patched. However, at the time, it was very frustrating because it was like, obviously something is meant to happen here, but it's not happening. And I've completed the game like 10 times. So, anyway, that's all been fixed. I'll be honest, there's one quest left in the game that I'm not sure whether or not it's been patched or finished yet. It involves some castanets, would you believe? An item that are castanets that you give to a certain NPC, and I'm not sure if they've fleshed out that quest a bit more, or if it's still just the same. But anyway, it's important that we come back here before continuing. Let's talk to this guy. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. So, he wants some grapes. And there happens to be one just here. Shibriri grapes. So, spoilers. That is an eyeball. Let me just get a description. Yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. A yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and the inside is squishy, not unlike a large, overly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to a distant light. So yes, this has some ramifications for us. This is a quest item. You will find at least, I want to say at least 3 more Shibriri grapes. I'm just going to go with 3 for now, but don't quote me on that. But yes, unfortunately it is nighttime, so it's a little fucking annoying. But here is Liurnia of the Lakes, the next area. Yes, and if you thought Limgrave was big, oh, get ready. Yes, our next area. I don't entirely know why I'm glowing, to be honest with you. I've got a pickled foul foot effect on for some reason. I'll be honest, I don't know why, but cool. So, here we have Irina, the girl that was killed. Ta-da! No, just kidding. This is a girl with the same voice actress, but it's a different girl. But they obviously look very similar.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shibriri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next. but when I eat one of those grapes,
Oh, Lord.
I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
I was going to say I will give it to you with the single condition that you don't eat it, but what are you going to do? Yeah, so we give the grape to her, I'm afraid, and she's going to scoff it down like yesterday's Sunday roast.
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Yes. Which fingers, though? Anyway. Anything
you are
else?
most kind indeed. May the blessing of...
No. Now, be sure to activate this grace site here and rest at it, because we get greeted by our hubby. Hello, dearest. It's our hubby Bok. Here he is, he's back. So, because we did Bok's quest in Limgrave, he's now moved into his next little location. And he has some news for us.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human. You helped
doesn't
me
ring a bell.
before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments.
Your garments? So, Bok has offered his services as our seamster. This means that he will alter our clothes for us for free. However, unfortunately in this game, unless again it's been patched, altering clothes means removing a cape from a particular item of clothing that you're wearing. So it's not as exciting as it sounds, I'm afraid.
Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please.
I don't know, I think I've done a pretty good job.
Don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
Oh, way to friend zone me, Bok. Anyway. So yeah, we can change this one thing so that it has no cape. No capes! The quote from The Incredibles there. Anyway.
Going so soon? Please, do be safe.
What was her name? Edna Mode. I've always wanted to do... I've always wanted to do that into a microphone. There we go. So I believe we can actually, since we got the tailoring set from the cave where we rescued Bok, we can actually do it ourselves, but it costs us runes. Now, in order to progress Bok's quest, we don't need to actually use his services. So, as flattered as I am by our hubby offering us some sewing techniques, I'm going to say no on this occasion, thank you. So, you'll see there is a little church there on my left. Let's go and have a look in there. And be sure that you don't miss an NPC. Right there. Ta-da! So, we have Northern Line here. Hello, Ryan. Right, let's see what he has to say.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied Glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria.
Don't you know,
For a
boyo?
small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
And runes? Are you fucking kidding me? God.
Well,
Yeah, why not?
Bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
Well, at least you're honest.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. Oh, right. I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north. towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they
Now that's a hammer.
Interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
That's always the way. You pop out for some milk and some bread, and then you get locked out of your home for a century. Terrible. About the glintstone key.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the Academy.
Well, you're not kidding. You are extremely patient. Selen.
You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen.
Selen?
Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us.
That's stalking
Selen was
tops.
expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things.
Well, never judge a book by its cover, dear Tops. Anyway, he sells some sorceries. This one actually isn't bad. Glintstone Arc. It's a wide sweeping magic spell that hits several enemies at the same time, so it's actually not bad, and it's got some good range on it too. Starlight. There we go. So that is Thops, spelt Tops, dealt with. Much like how Blade is spelled like Blade, but then you pronounce it Blythe for some magical reason. So we'll take these out, and there's actually an important item up here. Oh, there's some Arteria Leaf as well. It's an important item. So we'll deal with these. Please. Oops, good hit. Yes, the thing that I want is you. Another scroll for us, okay? So we could give that to Selen if we wanted some more sorceries, or we can, like I said, give it to the Turtle Bishop who's coming up in this area. Now, I hate to be a a bit spoiled, but I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be raining. I'm sorry, I just don't want rain. Can we fix that, please? We got a sacred tear from the church with tops in it. So can we change the weather, please? There we are. Right. So now we have a bit more of a clearer view of what is before us here in Liurnia. There, beautiful. Gorgeous. And there is Hogwarts. Yes, we're going to Hogwarts to learn some sorceries. Okay, right. Now this area, it's big. And it's not, I'll be honest with you, it's not the funnest to explore because it's very sort of expansive. So, I'm not going to be meticulous here. I'm going to obviously go in every single dungeon, but I'm not going to worry too much about getting every single bit of loot that's on the floor. that is not sort of imperative to our journey. I say that, but I probably will end up doing that. But if you see me missing an item in this place, I probably won't be leaving a comment saying like, oh, I'll go back for it next episode kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's going to be a case of we'll be thorough, but thorough yet concise with our exploration of Liurnia. There we go, it's a bit brighter now, we can actually see. There's Mount Doom. There. Gorgeous. So, let me just get down here. There's a merchant coming up soon. So, the soldiers here are a little bit tougher, as you can see. And they look a little bit different. And as we've already as it's already kind of been alluded to, this place is more to do with sorceries and magic. So we could expect some more magic-themed items. And possibly some enemies that favour using spells. Oops. No. Thank you very much. So, these guys, they don't use spells per se, but they do throw those cuckoo glintstones at you, which explode into a spell. And they can be quite nasty, actually. Okay. So here's our merchant. We'll just rest, why not? How many runes do we have these days? Okay, right. So this merchant can be important if you missed the merchant in the southern part of the Weeping Peninsula, which was the island down south. That's because they also sell a lantern.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares?
My wares.
Don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
I wouldn't exactly call it a nook. I mean, you're on the main road and you've got a fire going, so it looks quite inviting to me. Anyway, so there it is. There's the lantern there. Look. So I'm just going to get those, get that. And I might as well get the lantern because it's not a key item, but it's a unique item. There's only 2 of them in the game. So that's just going to go into our storage. But you know me by now, I like to get everything that I can get my grubby little hands on. Okay, thank you. Hang on. Yeah, might as well sell these. So we know when we're closer to a new level. So, what I think I want to do... I mean, we could do with the map. But I think I want to start exploring the right-hand side of the map, the east side of Liurnia first. And I'll try to explain as I go along here. One of the reasons for this is because, and again... Oh, here's a new enemy here, look. So, these are, I don't want to call them revenants. Oh, there are bigger versions called revenants. So I forget what these are called exactly. But they do fire spells at you. They don't, the spells don't hurt too much, but they can be overwhelming when they, when there's loads of them. Sorry, there's an item up here, but, what was I saying? Oh yes, I don't know if it's been patched, but there is a certain NPC. Sorry, not NPC. Yeah, an NPC, I guess, that invades you at a certain point in the area of Liurnia. And the item that you receive from them is a key item that is necessary for completing the Finger Maiden's quest, the Hyeta lady that we just met up there. However, when I last played this game, and I went through this area, I got to the invasion point where this NPC is supposed to invade you, and they just would not spawn. They would not invade me. I tried everything. And it was kind of annoying because it meant that I couldn't complete the game fully. And I did a little bit of digging, and apparently if you progress too far into Liurnia, so if you... There are 2 main dungeons, let's say, in the area, like Stormvale Castle. So I think if you do both of them, or one of them, or I'm not entirely sure, if you progress too much with the main story, I want to say, in this area, there could be a chance that this NPC does not spawn. Now, this may be incorrect information, and I apologise if it is, but to be on the safe side, because I am none the wiser at the moment, I am going to go on that assumption that that NPC might not spawn. I forget their name. Vike. I forget their full title. But, yeah. So I'm going to make my way towards where Vike is first. And try and get that little invasion out of the way. But we will explore up until that point. Oops. So I'm not just going to go straight there and ignore everything. I'm just going to prioritise it. Now, I've come up here. Is there actually anything here? Because there is a cave beneath us. 1 second. Oh, there's there's an Arteria. That's relatively rare. So, I think I killed that in 1 hit because it was unaware of my presence. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go around here and see if I can spot anything else of value. Oh. Yeah, it looks like it just loops round, which is fine. So let's double back now and go into that cave, which is near the southern tip of the lake. Now, it's called a lake, although it's barely ankle deep, as you can see. And the entire lake is like this. I get it, obviously, like, they wanted... Oh, God. Oh, my lord. That spooked me. So, these are similar to the crabs. I would say tackle them on the back of Torrent and circle around them because they can't turn too well. Oh, watch out for that one. There we go. And we're pretty much done. However, they are more dangerous and more deadly than the crabs. Here we go. So these jellyfish should point you in the direction of a cave over here. I actually missed this cave in my first playthrough, and I had to come back and get a talisman that is dropped by the boss here. So, I think it is a poison-themed cave, if I'm not mistaken. Should we go see? Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's looking like it, isn't it? Yeah, so this is why I wanted my torch ready. There's a few flowers in this lake area. Another important item here, this is crystal cave moss. So if you remember, this is used for crafting the pink bollockses that we will need to combat Scarlet Rot later in the game. Okay, actually, while we're here, why don't we craft some more of these green bollockses? So that's 5. Give me 10. Yeah, there we go. So yes, we just need sacramental buds now to be able to craft those. We've done so, haven't we? Yeah. Oops. Sorry, I'm actually curious. I've never used a Grace Mimic. Let me see. Fetish indicating the guidance of Grace. Craftable item. Similar to Grace, this fetish draws rays guiding the way, only without any sense of order. Useful as a last resort for those who have lost their way, or for use by those who believe that unrefined guidance will lead to truer encounters. Interesting. So I've noticed this is in the shape of a lady praying, I think. Some sort of priestess. But it looks like Grace, the guidance of Grace, but it's not quite. I might use one at some point. We'll see. I'll just take a drink. Sorry. There's only a bit left. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, some apple juice there. Okay. Yeah, so we've got Mushroom Lords, a Batty. Thought I had something nibbling away. Okay. I do like to kill everything when it comes to dungeons, so I'll have to go down there and deal with those flowers eventually. Yeah, so these poison bubbles that they're casting, they do leave a bit of residue when they land, so don't think that it's entirely safe if you dodge the initial projectile. Oh, some budding cave moss there. So again, I think that one is used for crafting, and I don't really want to say black plus what I usually say to describe boluses, so I'm gonna have to think of another word. I'll just say dark bollockses. There, that's fine. That's I think that's acceptable, because I don't want to get in trouble for saying black plus what I usually say. So dark bollockses will do, which are used for crafting. Sorry, I don't mind getting poisoned here, because we're gonna get poisoned eventually. Sage. Oh, it's a big one. It's a siren. Harpy. Okay. Oh, my health. This is actually a rare occasion when you can't really walk through the bog. So yeah, they're for combating Deathblight build-up. So those are going to be dark bollockses. Right. Well, I suppose they're more grey than black. It doesn't matter. Semantics, Josh, semantics. Right, there's 2 flowers there. Oh, God, they're everywhere. Let's just make our way. Those... Oh, my health. Oh, it's because I got hit by one of those spells from my blind spot. Yeah, so it's quite nasty here, as you can see. Quite nasty. But we have explored everything up until this point, so we are more than prepared to deal with what this place has to throw at us. Okay, I will deal with the flowers once I get my bearings and see where this goes. I mean, this could well be the boss coming up. It looks like it because there's a statue of Marika. Okay, we're already poisoned, so let's just go for broke. I want to get near the front when this falls over. I think it's on this side. Oh, shit. Oh, I made it. Thank you. Right, watch out for it falling on me. There we go, and we're good. Lovely. Yeah, so the poison effect in this place is racking up nicely on us. It's taking off quite a bit of HP, but that's just what we have to deal with here, I'm afraid. Okay, let me take care of these guys, who are the actual threat. Ouchies. Okay, and then we'll start to deal with you lot. Okay, one more should be a stagger. There. Yes, I'm not really using fire at the moment because oh, it's gonna fall on me. Ah! I'm not gonna use fire on these because we're already poisoned, and they're not using their light beam spell. Oops. Yeah, they're not really using their light beam. It's like, what's it called? Pillars of Light in Dark Souls 3. You know, the one that the winged knights use. Okay, it's gonna spew more jizz, that's fine. Bathe me in it. I was born in the jizz, coated by it. You merely adopted the jizz. Sorry. Dear. Right, I'll admit I'm a little bit lost here. I'm a little bit turned round. I want to say there's one more flower up here. Yes. So, let's take care of you. going to be too late. I'm going to be too late. Yep, that's fine. It's going to fall on me. So, yeah, so to be honest, I might, once I've done all of this poison bit, I might go and rest at the bonfire and get my flasks back. Otherwise, we might struggle with the boss a little bit. I mean, it's not a super difficult boss, but better safe than sorry, as they say. Okay, just get some more flowers. Anything here? Nope. Okay, so. There's a ramp up here. I think that just leads back up. Let me just check. Yes, okay, there is something worth grabbing. Just some moss. Anything else over here, please? Let me just see. That's where the bat was. Okay. Anything else? Let me see if there was somewhere else to go down here. No. Nope. And was there anything else on this side that I didn't quite get? No. Right, yeah. Let me head back to the Grace site, and I'm just going to go heal up. Get rid of this poison. But yeah, the boss here isn't so much a boss, it's an enemy that is used a bit later in the game, which Elden Ring is quite fond of doing, but it's also a good way of introducing you to a certain enemy type and, you know, allowing you to learn their patterns and their shtick. Okay. So we can just run through now because we've got all the bits and bobs. Grab this. Yeah, so the lantern proving very useful here. I'm just going to take you out. Right, do I want to go down there? No. Over here. Yeah, thank you, but no thank you. Oh no! No! It should be fine. Run back up. They literally body blocked me from progressing there. You'll also see these spells are very good at homing, so don't underestimate them. Just grab that. Was I supposed to drop down there? Yes, okay. Right. So, here we are. Should have a boss soon. Let's take you. Thank you. Oh, bats followed us, which is okay. Just, oh. That's one. What are you going to do? Screech? Hit me. Okay, they hit me. I did invite them to do such an action upon my being. Right. Oh. Well, sorry, you don't get to live, I'm afraid. If this is you prostrating yourself before me, I'm afraid it's not going to suffice. I poisoned, but that's fine. Yes, you've already incurred my wrath, I'm afraid. Some poison grease. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Oh, I used the wrong flask, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, because as you see, you probably get poisoned in this place anyway, so it's a clean rot night. I'm just going to spam that until I get this. And you can see why they're not much of a threat. Oh, that was a good old backstep there. No, thank you. Boop. Okay. So yeah, these are knights, and we get a talisman there. These are knights that are loyal to one of the demigods. Right. But they're not usually associated with this particular area of the lands between. Okay, let's just go get rid of this. You see, it took off my lantern because I teleported. Very annoying. You only remove the lantern when I say remove the lantern, please. Sorry. Right. So let's just look at that talisman quickly. What was that all about? Where are we? Raises attack power with successive attacks. So that is like previous rings in the Souls series. It could be useful. You know, especially if you're using like a dagger or maybe even a twin blade. Or a katana, perhaps. It could be useful. Okay, let me get back on Torrent. And like I said, we're going to sort of explore the right-hand side of the area first, I think. Although, do you know what? I think it's worth getting the map first. That's probably the sensible thing to do. So yeah, I do apologise. I don't really have much of a guide for this area other than just exploring everything. But I guess we'll try and be methodical. New item here. Crystal Bud. Let's roll some fat crystal buds, why don't we? Yeah, so I'm just going to ignore these for now. I'm just going to run and get the map. Yeah, there is stuff to explore here. Oh my goodness, that was lethal. Excuse me, ladies. Right. There's a map. So, this area has several maps. I want to say it has 3 areas that you need to get a map for. If I could please open my my map, please. Hello? Hang on. Really? What is trying to attack me? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, so... Oh, actually, we actually got quite a lot there. I'm surprised. I thought it was more like this area, but no, we've got all of East Limgrave here. So, yeah, I want to be heading up this area first. And eventually, this is where the Turtle Bishop is, here. There's a lot to explore, as you can see, but eventually I want to get to this church here. This is where the NPC invades you that I told you about. So I am going to err on the side of caution and make my way up to that church. Exploring as we go. So, here we go, marionettes. These guys can be fun. We haven't seen... Yeah, well, I was about to say we haven't really seen what they can do yet, but we just got a slight glimpse. Okay, excuse me, gents. Extremely rude of you. Ah! No! Stay away! Yeah, so that's their dealio. They like to go a bit crazy. So I'll go down here first. There's the back of Stormvale Castle. Oops. Yeah, so let's go down here. Ah, yes, we need to look out for these too. So, can I equip a bow and a torch? That would be interesting to see. I certainly can, yes. Okay, let's have a bow on. Get some arrows, that would help. So, these things here. Hang on. Can I get my bow out, please? Thanks. So, this one is empty, but they're balloons that carry those marionette guys. I think they were used in the war as automatons, but if we pop the balloon, you will see that we get a golden rune from it. So, well worth doing that before you continue on your merry little way. Now, hang on. Right. Grace. We've got 1, 2, 3, 9, 4 souls. I believe we need more than that these days, don't we? Yes, we need 14.5. Right. I do have some golden runes, and we've already seen the merchant in this place. There are more merchants to come. Do you know what? I'm just gonna pop these, and I'm gonna give ourselves a level, because I do actually want to get this up to 25, like I said I wanted to. However, I think before I start investing in more vigor and endurance, I actually want to get dexterity up to 15. Now this is for later game purposes, because the twin blade that I'm going to be getting later will require 15 dexterity to use it. And so, for that reason, I will be preemptively investing into dexterity. It's going to take 3 levels, but at the end of the day, I'd rather do that than have to struggle later on, or even respec my character. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that approach, I think. Okay, there was a cheeky way down from the upper area. Now, let me see. Some guys here. Let's take out the horn. Doesn't really matter too much. Oops, there's the cuckoo glintstone. Ah! Honestly, I'm more afraid of those little foot soldiers than you. There we go. Grab all the goodies. I will go through all the items that are in my inventory eventually, but I'm not too bothered at the moment because there's no carry weight in this game. Inventory carry weight, should I say, like in Demon's Souls. So, right, we have a bit of a lost soul here. I almost feel bad about what I'm about to do. Go. Not too strong, I'm afraid, are you? Boom. Okay. Now it's starting to get dark again already. Seems like it flew by. But there are some nice hues, and there's the moon coming out too. Okay, now this, if I remember, is a spear. A wooden spear, if I recall. There you go. So it's not something I'm going to be using, but go for it if you would like. Yeah, so you can see people here have been a bit cocky. They've been trying to... I don't know what they've been trying to do, to be honest with you. All these bloodstains. Defy gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity. If anyone's familiar with Wicked. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I went to see it a few years ago. It wasn't Adina, unfortunately. She'd already stopped at that point, but the lady, the actress that did it, was still very good. The other fairy though, Galanda, the white fairy, was extremely annoying though. But that was part of her character. I suppose she's meant to be annoying. Okay. Oops, no, that's wrong. Okay. So, let me just see. Like I said, I'm not going to be too thorough here. Like, we've already killed those. I'll quickly check these ruins here. Oops, I thought you'd die in one hit. Pupper. Down, boy. Go. Oh, you bitch. You bastard. Don't you dare. Perfectly timed attack. I can't be too angry about that one. I'll just heal. Should get some more flasks after this anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised we're not killing these in one hit, to be honest with you. I'm a little shocked and dismayed. Feathers. Anything up here, please? Yeah, I'll be listening out for any scarabs as well. There are some ruins down there that we will get to soon. Anything up here, please? Nope, we're good. Oh, let's just look at the sunset over there. Gorgeous. Yeah, I like this lighting, actually. Right. So, just consult the map here. There's a catacombs, I think, down there. I know there's a grey site up here somewhere. Yeah, I think we'll do these ruins first. And also, we will find that Hyetta has made her way over to these ruins too. Before we do that, look, there's a Berserk reference there. What does this have to say about the war? This marks Melania's southward march. The blade of Mikola and her Cleanrot Knights grant her wings never to be clipped. So yeah, I said the Cleanrot Knights weren't necessarily associated with this area, but it looks as though they marched through. So maybe that one we fought in the cave was a straggler. And we know that the demigod that they are affiliated with now, it's Melania. Not to be confused with Melina. Okay, take these. Oop. It's the flame torch guy I'm having issues with. Oh! No, that was a good strike. That was a good clean hit. There we go. So we'll just look at these parts of the ruins first. It's all the same complex. I know there's a sending gate. Yeah, I think this just sends you off in that direction. Further along, so I'm not too bothered about that one. Doggy. Okay. Oh, gave yourself away there, bud. Yeah. Yes, so near the shoreline, we will see a familiar face. There she is. I'll deal with you in a moment, I think.
Hello? Is someone there? Would you donate any Shaburi grapes in your possession to me? I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light. And when I eat one of those grapes...
Yes, you've already said, sweetheart.
I feel the light in the back of my eyes.
You've already said. So there is actually a grape in these ruins that we're going to go get. Okay. So I'm just going to check any more items. Nope. So, yeah, so I do apologise if I'm going to be zooming through this area a little bit more than I did Limgrave. Just because it's quite big and there's a lot to get through. Sorry, come out one and all from the darkness underground, and let us offer unto the maiden our eyes. We are yet to open our eyes, Lawrence. Okay. Oh, there's a woolly dog. Don't you dare, mate. Right. Oh, I thought I heard something. Oh my god, that was a good jump. Bloody hell. It's like a grasshopper. Oh. Okay. Guy. No, thank you. I don't want what you're selling. There's a cuckoo glintstone that I told you about. Oh. I mean, you guys should really read up on battle tactics. What is it? Jinzu's The Art of War. Maybe read that. If you're announcing your presence when you're behind me and you're just sat on the floor whilst I barge in on my steed, it's not going to end well for you, I'm afraid. So I know there's a cellar there that was hidden under the floorboards, but there's also an item here. Please, thanks. Okay, is there anything in here? I don't think there is. Sorry, itchy nose. Ah, there we go. I promise it's not because it's not because I've been snorting anything. I promise you that's not my shtick. I am completely teetotal when it comes to drugs. I've never even puffed on a cigarette. So there is our second shrubbery grape hidden over to the left there. And an heirloom. So these ones raise a particular stat. They are like, from the Souls games, like the Priestess ring, or the Scholar's ring, or the Knight's ring. They tend to raise a base stat like intelligence, faith, magic, or strength or dexterity as well. So they are actually they're not bad, especially if you want the requirements, if you want to meet the requirements early in order to use a weapon that you've had your eyes on. Okay, let's give this to Hoyeter.
Hello? Is someone there? Would you donate any? I'm on a pill, and when I eat...
Yes, you have a short memory.
You're not like the others who give me grapes, are you? They rest their trembling hands upon me. Howling wordlessly, they gently stroke my eyes. Their frail fingers, emaciated. Yet still, they give me the grapes. But you seem somehow firmer.
Ooh, well...
You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Yes, I mean, I've not had that many complaints. Anyway. So, there is a lobster. I believe there are more, so that's why I'm being a little... I'm just scouting here. There might be some more that come out to play, but let's just party with this one to begin with. It is making me crave some lobster now. There's a place in the city where I live. I live in... there we go. I live in Manchester in the UK. And there is a nice restaurant that does an amazing lobster thermidor. Extremely good. And it's like a very posh fish and chips because it comes with pommes frites, which are French fries. Very delicious. Right, I can't see any more lobsters. Perhaps I was mistaken. Okay. So, we got that Grace, we got Hayata. I said there was a catacombs, didn't I, down the side of that cliff. I think we're going to go do that. And when I get there, I will check the clock just to see how we are doing on time. As we speak, the previous YouTube video is uploading. Well, it's uploaded, it's processing to HD at the moment. So we're not going to go down there, down there yet. I tell you what, we could go up here. Because this is a dead end up here, and the only way to get there is by going up this cliff here. But down through there's an archway that leads to a different site of grace. But we'll worry about that later. Okay. Right. These aren't really a problem, but there is a guy at the top of that tower who is the problem. So, I'm going to ignore these, and I'm going to go straight for the sorcerer up here. And deal with them first. Oh. Right in the booty. Cookbook. Very good. Right. I hope you're ready for what's in store, buddy. Whoosh. Bye. This should be a scepter. There we go. A staff, sorry. Carrion Glintblade staff. Different staffs have different effects. They can either provide you with a buff or a debuff, depending on the properties of the weapon itself. Okay, small ghosts. There we go. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way quickly. One more here. He was like, "Bah!" as I approached from behind, genuinely scared. Okay, now you'll see I'm getting some runes here. It's because there's a little battle ensuing down there between the ghosties and the soldiers. So I won't muck in just yet, I'll just take you out, I guess. Sorry. do you know what? While I'm bloody here, it's just... Yeah, there's the main issue. There is a big old giant that spawns. Oops, that was good damage there. Right, hopefully they should distract a little bit. I wish you'd only do that much damage to me. Criminy Christmas. There you go. Oh, I missed. Never mind. Go. Quite tanky, as you can see. Bit tankier than... oh! They've just cast some homing soul masses. Ah! Yeah, a bit tankier than your average troll, but they are done. Okay, so yeah, I thought I'd get this place done. I won't go through there yet, though. We can approach that from the other side if we need to. Also, there is a mini-boss there that comes out only at nighttime. The good old Lucerne. Standard Souls weapon. And one of the first weapons I used in Dark Souls 1. Not great, but also not bad for an early game item, until I discovered the Zweihander. Anyway. Some walls, we'll ignore those. Where do we go from here, please? Yeah, right. Let's go down here and get these catacombs. Might be a bit of an ambush here. I think it's our first vulgar militia encounter here, perhaps. So, do watch yourselves. What I'd suggest is maybe press the camera, lock-on button. Because you will be able to lock onto enemies even if they are out of sight. There we go, that's one and one more. Thank you. Yeah, so these little lovely chaps like to set traps for you and ambush in groups. Oops. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, they run into the smoke. Very, very clever. These are a bit more strategic than the previous enemies. Oh. So yeah, there we go. Any more? There's actually some of those much later in the game, and they are quite vicious. They do a lot of damage, and they apply a health debuff. What are you? Ah! I thought you were a little rabbit. I was going to let you live. Can I get you? Yeah. Good. There's all of you. Thank you. Okay, we'll grab this. Now, is this the catacombs? I think it is. Where are we? Up here? Have I gone past it? I feel like I've gone past it somehow. No, it's here. Okay. There we are. Catacombs. I'll check the time. If that's okay. Okay, we've got about... Yeah, we've got time to do this catacombs, I think. And honestly, it's not been a bad little start to Liurnia of the Lakes. Yeah, we can do all this. We'll do this. Hayata will move to here for her next encounter. Yeah, we'll go up here. There's a painting up here, I believe. This place, we probably won't worry about this place for now, because we come back there and engage with it. There is a mechanic which changes the layout of that particular place, and it also leads to the Divine Tower of this region, so we're not too worried about that one yet. Okay. Now, so I'm just looking beneath this lift here to see if there's anything down there. I don't think there is. However, with these lifts and these catacombs, I would say it's worth just jumping off here to see if there's any goodies, and this occasion there is. So, yeah, I don't think there was anything down beneath that lift, so I'm going to trust my instincts and just continue. Oh, wandered into that one. It's always the side that you don't look at. Oh, yeah, it's always the side that you don't check, and that's where they are. Okay. Root resin. Right, there's our boss room. Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember a catacombs until I'm actually inside of it, and then I can kind of I can tell you where we are when I start to see what the layout is inside. So this one, I think this one might have some omens in it. I want to say that there are some omens. There's like a garden at the bottom. Yeah, it's looking like it. Ooh, he's looking. Or she. So, I'm not going to jump down there just yet. Let's just go over here. Yeah, I can hear something breathing down there. Oh! Yeah, so that's fine. We can just dodge that easily by hugging the wall. Oh, these bloody things, I swear to God. Every time. Ugh. Thank you. Yeah, no matter how many times you've played against an imp, you'll never quite get used to their bullshit. But then that's the mark of a good enemy, isn't it? Good enemy AI. Right. It sounds like there's an omen up here. Ah, here we go, down there. Take them out. Lovely. Set them flying. Beautiful. There we go. I don't think there's any secret walls in this one. But they do become... Secret walls do become more... regular as you progress through the game. Oh! Oh God, that did loads of damage! Ah! Oh my goodness, did you see how much damage that did? Amazing. What are you laughing at? I thought I was quite okay there. I didn't expect it to melt my health. Anyway, right. So now we know to deal with those little imps up there causing trouble. Okay. Let's put that on. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll have to take everything out again because I don't want loads of imps following me as I make my way through. There we go. You. Oh, you bitch. You absolute glorious being. Right. Did I get the Jesus statue as well? I may have forgotten. No, I got it. Okay. There's one through the corridor, that's it. Oh! That was a bit toasty. There we go. Speaking of toasty, I'm actually really warm at the moment. I've got my dressing gown on, but it's quite hot. I might have to derobe shortly. Watch out for the trap, I was going to say. Although we can use it to our advantage to perhaps hit these imps, but I don't think it matters now. Oh. Yeah, they have really good tracking as well, the imps. Quite hard to avoid the attacks once they've initiated. Okay, right. So, blimey, I'm going to actually heal to full health here. And I'm going to run straight up to get those imps at the top first. I had to learn my lesson the hard way with you, didn't I? It didn't hurt as much that time. Ah. Oh! God, I didn't know you made it that quick. Oh. Right, the other one is still sleeping soundly. Come on. Oh, I thought that combo was over. Alright. Watch out for that, and we'll get to safety. That's not safety! Ah! No! Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I have no excuses other than the fact that I'm boiling my tits off. But apart from that, no, there's no excuse really for this display. Right, let's try again. To be fair, I was being a little bit passive for some reason with that ogre. I think I was just trying to wait too much for a window. Well, I think I need to rely more on the strength of my weapon. Although I forgot about that dude again, didn't I? Like I've always said, one mistake leads to another. So that is just the way it is. This time we'll get them though, I'm quite confident. Ooh, thought you were further away than that. Yay. Ah, right. Watch out for the trap. There's two imps down. Oh, there he is. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. Right, let's try this once more, Do you know what? Okay, apart from that, apart from the fucking insane wrestling move that they just used on me, let's go under here. Ah! God, this guy's this guy's insane. Right, you absolute bastard, come here. No. This time I'm in charge. God, I don't remember him being that bad at all. Crazy. Anyway, that's one way to deal with this this particular encounter. Now let's go up here. There. Okay. Right. Slightly redeemed. Have you aggroed? No. Although... Oh no, I'm thinking beneath me. Never mind. So, I can see there being another ambush in here, to be honest with you. Yep. Sounds like it. Just the one? Yes. What do we get? The Nox Mirror Helm. So this is to do with the Carian royal family, I believe. There is an NPC that wears a similar helm later on that we'll get to look at. Trap there. Oh. Yeah, this is quite a tricky dungeon here. I won't lie. Oh, well, that worked out. Thank you. Can still hear that guy snoring. Keep thinking he's behind me. I can hear scuttling. Ah, through there. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like... Oh! Hello. Nice trick. So it looks like this way has just been to get some goodies. It looks like the way that we need to actually get to the boss is by dropping down into that little garden courtyard area. That trap there. There's at least two guys. I'm going to try and aggro them. And then use the trap. There we go. Lovely. Were there any more of you? No. Oh, yes there is. Oh, let me guess. Fingers butthole. Close enough. So we got the good old scythe, another Soul's staple weapon. Now we're going down here, please. Yes. I don't think you can get to that middle section. I will try. Let me see. No. I don't think there's anything up there, so don't worry too much. Backstab. Right, let's try again. Oops. Ah, shite on a cracker. Oh my god. I'm struggling with these guys this time, aren't I? Well, 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 I've met my match once and for all. I have to quit Elden Ring. I have to quit my YouTube channel. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, it's fine. I'm just a little surprised is all. I'm a little caught off balance by how effective these guys are being. Like, I know there are some later in the game that are really quite strong and they're quite troublesome, but I never really had an issue with these guys. To be honest with you, I think it's that kick they do to sort of... They do that little kick as sort of a counter-attack, and it doesn't do much damage, but it's enough to sort of throw you off kilter. And also, I've noticed when they do that kick, they don't get stunned at all. So, it ruins my groove a little bit, which is upsetting to me. Anyway, I've got a good old slice of humble pie in here, haven't I? Right, where are you? Right, let's get one of those. And then we'll get out. No. Ah, there's the old kick. Right, slightly better. Ghost Glove Wart 3, that's good. Okay. Right, there are some more omen. Do you know I'm here? No, not quite. I guess we are engaging with the stealth mechanic this time, aren't we? Go. Right, let's try and stagger you, please. Oh, that should definitely have been stagger. Yeah, these dudes, there's actually two of them that are a boss, and it's just literally just two of these guys. Wonderful. And they're an absolute piece of piss. They're nothing. Maybe I've been, do you know what? Maybe I've been playing on New Game Plus a little bit too long. I'm too used to being hench. Over-leveled. Right, there's another one, although I don't trust this. I'm going to use the trap. Let's see. Wow, he just took that straight to the dick. Quite impressed. Oh, you survived. There we go. I tell you what, they'd probably be weak to something like bleed or something like that. Just something that does a load of damage in one go. So maybe if you're a Dex user, you might have a different experience with those guys. Okay. So we're nearly done with this place now, I believe. There's another omen. Easy backstab. I feel like I could hear a second one, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there's the grab. Ah! No! I feel like I'm in Sekiro. Getting grabbed by an ogre. Oh, that tracking. Oh, shit. Oh. There we go. That was a bit tidier. Page ashes. Can't really comment on those. They're annoying as enemies in the game, but oh, I don't know if they're actually a good summon or not. Could you please? Thank you. Right. Yes, had a delightful slice of humble pie on this occasion. But it happens to the best of us, I'm afraid. No one is exempt. Okay, I'm going to go in with 5 flasks and see how we do here. I completely can't remember what the boss is, but we're going to find out shortly. Ah, okay, it's one of you. I think it's just a sorcery one. Yeah, so it's one that specializes in magic. You can see it's got a scepter there. Oops. Ooh, good damage though. Do you know what? I would like some better armor. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so their slam has a bit more of an AoE, as you can see. Still to shoot fire though, which is pretty standard. Hit in. Oh, I thought I'd be able to jump over that attack, to be honest with you. Oh. Run, 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 run. Okay, plenty of flasks. And sideways, and stab, and I should have rolled away. Wait for the heal window. Ooh, good hit, good hit. At least they can't do a thrust attack. Because they don't have a sword. Nice try, and an R2 to finish. Lovely. There we go. Yeah, when the when the enemies in the dungeon are more difficult than the boss itself. Prime example. I believe this guy's quite good. I don't remember precisely what they're all about. I mean, I assume they're quite good at damaging and stunning the enemy, but I believe they are a potential top tier summon right there, so look out for those guys. Let me see, how many souls did that get me, please? 20,000, so that's enough for 1 level, and we've got some more there. You know how I said I'm gonna level up Dex to 15? I think I have a new task for myself. I want some better armor. I want some better armor. Yeah. Now I know that the meta in Souls games tends to be having more HP is more effective than having more armor, but I just feel like each hit that I take is doing a little bit too much damage for my liking, for me, to be honest with you. So let me see here. I'm just going to teleport back up to here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go buy that armor in the Round Table Hold. I think it's time to upgrade, because at the end of the day we're still using our second ever armor set from the beginning of the game, so I would like to upgrade. Although I appreciate this might not be the best magical resistance armor, but I'm finding that some of the physical blows that I'm taking are quite lethal. So, what does this do for us, please? Okay, so that's not much of a boost. Hang on. Okay, yes, that's a bit more like it, yeah. So it is heavier. I'm going to get rid of my torch and my bow, and I'm going to see what that does for us. Let me see. Medium. 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 Well, colour me surprised. We can wear our night set. There we are. That's all because of the arsenal talisman that we have on. So yeah, we've just upgraded our armour. So we should be a little bit sturdier now. Can I still equip something else, I wonder? Let me see what happens if I try to put on my torch. The torch is fine. And my bow. Heavy load for a bow. Okay. Heavy load for a bow. So that's an extra 2.5. wait. I'm just thinking if I want to... Do you know what? No, I'm going to prioritize... Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to talk to you. I am now going to prioritize leveling up Vigor. Now that I've got my armor set and I can wear it, I'm going to get Vigor up to 30. Just so that we are a bit tankier and that we can survive a few more blows. Because I did not like dying 3 times in that dungeon to... I mean, they're not easy enemies, but you know what I mean. They're a bit... They shouldn't be that difficult. Anyway, good. So, yes, we'll get Vigor up to 30, then we'll tackle Endurance a bit more. And eventually, like I said, we'll get Dex up to 15. So, in the meantime, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it at least, and you learned a little bit about Lionheir of the Lakes. In the meantime, thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye!